It's late February 2017. It feels like it's just starting to move towards spring. Now you can't see it in the snow, but I can feel it in the air, and I can feel it from the way the sun is doing its thing. And so I'm moving my thoughts more and more towards getting seeds started, etc. I wanted to make a quick video about wood chips. I get so many questions about, oh, you can't add wood chips to a garden, can you? Or I hear it robs all the nitrogen, and you add wood chips and your garden dies, and etc., etc. You know, I'm working in this greenhouse, this high tunnel this morning, getting soil ready for planting seeds into, and I'm remembering this is almost entirely wood chips. This is 2 years later. So the question about wood chips is not, can I use them? It's a question of how fast do I have to have the fertility from them. If I'm patient or I'm looking at the long game, wood chips are ridiculously worthwhile. You can hear it in the background. This road was redone 2 years ago. Let me come out for a moment. And in fact, I made a video that goes into way more detail about this that I'll link, where I talk about our front yard area. This is a 1-year-old garden that was just forsythia and grass 2 years ago. And as they redid the road, which in my mind is a real shame because it just facilitates more traffic and more speed, they cleared the sides of the road, and I talked to the road crew and asked them to deposit the wood chips that they were making. And I would venture a guess that 2 years ago there was a pile of 20 to 40 yards of raw wood chips with pine, walnut, who knows what's in it. And that's what all of these beds are made up of. Mainly wood chips, a little bit of really lean subsoil clay. And you'll see in future videos how much fertility is being unlocked now that time has had a chance to work on those wood chips. But, you know, this is a little bit of a future view because we're under a high tunnel. But we're getting ready to start seeds in here. And yeah, there's some wood chips left here or there. The real big clunky ones I can pick out and throw in the walkway, so I have a coarse wood chip walkway. But you tell me, if you've done gardening before, if this looks like a situation where there's no way a seed could ever grow. I doubt it. We had good crops in here last year. Could see a little bit of nitrogen bind up last year, but you give another full winter for things to break down. And now the soil, these chips have become soil. If wood chips didn't work in gardening, then trees that fall in the woods that rot away would mean that woods couldn't continue to grow because of all the nitrogen bind up. All those branches, all those trunks, all those trees rotting in the woods, they must bind up all the nitrogen. How can forests grow? Well, they grow, don't they? It's a time scale game. So this is a high tunnel that has basically nearly 100% organic matter to do my seed starting in. That's a pretty good metric. If you can get your arm that deep in the soil without a tool, then the roots of baby plants can really get down there. And these well-decomposed wood chips are going to be amazing sources of decompaction in the soil, binding sites for organic matter, and high porosity, but then also good moisture retention. So I guess you can get the sense of what I think about the question of, don't wood chips bind up all the nitrogen in the soil and make it impossible to grow? No. I use them extensively. I think they're wonderful, and we'll do updates on how the baby plants either agree or disagree once they get going. But I've done this long enough, I can trust that all of our future garden starts can get their very strong life started in rotted wood chips. Thanks for watching.